Welcome to the Guided Expressions podcast with Martin Williams, the place to learn and be inspired to live your best life. Here is your host, Martin Williams.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Guided Expressions podcast. My name is Martin Williams, and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts. You can also subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. So any of those platforms, you can catch the podcast and get caught up if you're just finding the podcast. Today, what I wanted to talk about is the law of attraction. And certainly, if you've been around for any length of time, you've heard of the law of attraction. It was made really mainstream by people such as Abraham Hicks and the movie The Secret. But I wanted to take a bit of a different slant on the law of attraction. It was interesting. I was watching The Secret today. I hadn't seen it in a while. I would say probably maybe about a year. And I probably only watched it a handful of times over the last maybe 5-6 years. But every time that I watch the movie, I always pick up something different. And one of the teachers on The Secret was talking about the importance of feeling. Several of them were talking about the importance of feelings and how you can't keep up with the amount of thoughts that you have in a day. Because there's one stat that says we have over 60,000 thoughts a day. I don't know exactly how true that is, but I do know that we have a lot of thoughts in a day. So it can be hard to keep up with all of those different thoughts. But one way to know what you're thinking is how you feel. And what a lot of times people end up doing is they figure, well, I feel a certain way and I can't really help that. So I'm just going to feel this way. And, they don't really take control of how they feel. And I think it's important that we understand that we have 100% control over how we feel. It's not something that is 100% out of our control. Are there times when our feelings can overwhelm us? Oh, of course. Feelings of sadness, feelings of disappointment, feelings of joy. There are times when our feelings can be overwhelming. But on a grander scale, our feelings are something that are very much within our control, and we don't have to submit to our feelings. And it's important to understand that, and here's why. Our feelings are attractive by nature. Think about it. Have you ever woke up, after, maybe not a great night's sleep, just feeling, a bit disoriented, feeling like, you're not yourself? Have you ever felt, not really excited about the day, not excited to go to work, not excited about going to school, not excited about whatever it is that you had to do for that day? And as that feeling began to really anchor in within you, it seemed like nothing would go right throughout the day. It seemed like nothing would be, to your liking. And I think a lot of times what we don't realize is that our feelings are like Velcro, okay? They go out and they attach whatever matches that feeling to itself. So if you feel hurried, your feelings can attach, people who won't speed up on the interstate or in traffic. Your feelings may attach themselves to the bus being too early or too late. It seems like you're never in sync with time. Your feelings can attach, losing your keys or misplacing your keys or misplacing the bag or anything like that. It's very important that we understand that our feelings are bringing these experiences to us. And a lot of times people feel like they're helpless and they're not. And what you have to understand is that the law of attraction You don't have to make the law of attraction work. The law of attraction is already working, whether you realize it or not. It's always funny to hear people say, I don't really believe in the law of attraction. It's kind of like saying, I don't believe in the law of gravity, or I don't believe in the law of sowing and reaping, or action or reaction. Whether you believe in it or not, it's happening. Okay? Whether you believe in it or not, this is a law of life. So instead of trying to fight it or trying to circumvent it or trying to be the exception, why not learn to work with the law so it's not something that's so difficult? So how do we work with the law? Well, first of all, we decide how we want to feel on a daily basis. Okay? Do you want to feel miserable? Do you want to feel hurried? Do you want to feel tired? Do you want to feel frustrated? Then decide that you're not going to feel that way. Decide that you're going to feel happy. Decide that you're going to feel refreshed when you get up out of bed from sleep. Decide that you're going to feel confident when you're doing your work. Decide that you're going to feel at ease with whatever you're doing for that day. Decide that you're going to have a good day and feel as if you're going to have a good day. Okay? Decide that the things that you're going to do are going to work and to feel confident that they're going to work. Now, this might take some practice, especially if you are someone who's practiced negativity for any length of time. If you practice negativity, it can be very difficult to all of a sudden flip on a switch and be more positive. Excuse me. But it's worth the practice. It's worth trying, and it's worth doing because, again, your feelings are going out and they're attracting these experiences. I don't know anyone who sets out to feel frustrated or feel annoyed or feel tired or feel run down. No one goes about their life feeling that way. So why not decide going into something that I'm not going to feel that way? Instead, I'm going to feel excited. I'm going to feel positive. I'm going to feel happy. I'm going to feel free. Okay? How does it work if you're in business? Okay? Because maybe you're not getting the type of customers that you want to get, or maybe you're not getting any customers. And it can feel, it can be very frustrating. You basically decide, okay, how does having a lot of customers feel? Okay? If I have the amount of customers that I want, how does that feel? Well, you're going to feel grateful. You're going to feel appreciative. You're going to feel excited. You're going to feel like, hey, this is working. So practice feeling like that for the next 30 days. Practice feeling that the business is working, regardless of what you see with your 5 physical senses. Begin feeling it, okay? Because feeling is one of those it's a powerful manifesting tool that a lot of people simply don't use, right? Begin feeling like those customers are coming in. If you're looking for a job, feel like that call is going to come, and be so expectant of it that, oh yeah, it's coming. Like, you don't have to go overboard, right? But just have that feeling of, oh yeah, it's on its way. This calm expectation. It's very, very powerful. Okay? If you want to be in a loving relationship, feel that loving feeling, that anticipation of not being able to wait until you see your lover again, right? Can you remember when you first fell in love? Okay? Go back and remember that feeling, okay? And then rehearse that feeling every single day. And you'd be amazed what happens. You'd be amazed what you will draw to yourself when you begin to feel the way that you want to feel. And the cool thing about feeling the way you want to feel is that it doesn't cost a dime, right? It doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't cost you experiences, and you don't have to go through trial and error. You can just feel the way you want to feel each and every day and begin to attract what those feelings will match up with. So watching The Secret today was a great reminder of, in all of our doing, to understand the mechanics behind our doing. Like, don't just take action if it's not inspired action. Don't just go throughout your day and not pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're feeling, right? Because what you're thinking and what you're feeling can give immense power to what you're doing. And then the manifestations tend to take care of themselves. So I want to thank you so much for listening. My name is Martin Williams. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, and I will talk to you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Guided Expressions podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify to get all the latest content from Guided Expressions. No one builds a house without a blueprint, so why are you trying to build your dream life without one? That's why the Blueprint course was created. The Blueprint course is for people who know they were meant for more. Created by Martin Williams, the Blueprint is a streamlined way to help you create the life you've always wanted. Get instant access now by clicking the link in the description box or going to guidedexpressions.com/blueprint.